Imagine waking up every day with a calm, unshakable mind. Not because the world is perfect, but because you are. Not because problems vanish, but because you've trained yourself to handle them with grace. That's not just a dream. That's the Stoic life. You see, Stoicism isn't just some ancient philosophy locked away in dusty books. It's a daily practice. A mindset. A habit of sharpening your thoughts until life's chaos can't cut through you. And today, I'm not here to give you vague ideas. I'm here to walk you through daily Stoic habits that can rewire your mind, permanently. Every day, we're hit with noise. Notifications. Opinions. Bad news. Expectations. The Stoics. They trained to filter that noise. They taught themselves to hear only what matters. To act only on what's in their control. And you can do the same, starting with your mornings. The moment your eyes open, your first victory begins. Don't grab your phone. Don't scroll. Instead, take a deep breath and remind yourself. Today is a gift. Marcus Aurelius used to begin his mornings by reminding himself of this brutal truth: he could die today. But not in a morbid way. In a way that sharpened his focus. If this was your last sunrise, what would matter? Complaining? Doubting yourself? Or would you get up and live with intention? That's the first habit. Begin with mortality. Not to fear it, but to use it. Remembering you'll die is the fastest way to start living like you mean it. When you know time is limited, you stop wasting it. Now get out of bed, not like the world owes you comfort, but like you owe the world your discipline. You see, the Stoics didn't wait to feel motivated. They trained themselves to act regardless of feelings. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." He didn't say wait to feel inspired. He said do it. That's power. Now let's talk about the battlefield of the mind, the moment doubt creeps in. You're brushing your teeth, or maybe staring at yourself in the mirror, and that inner voice says, "You're not enough." You know what Stoics do with that voice? They challenge it. They interrogate it. They don't accept every thought as truth. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And most of your anxiety? It's not real. It's a movie in your head. So here's the second habit: question your thoughts like a philosopher. Is this thought helpful? Is it true? Or is it just fear in disguise? When you question your thoughts daily, you start to gain control over your inner world. And when you control that, no one can control you. Now as you step into your day, something will go wrong. That's a promise. The Stoics didn't try to avoid problems. They anticipated them. Marcus Aurelius would write in his journal, "Today I will meet people who are rude, arrogant, jealous," not because he was bitter, but because he wanted to prepare his mind. He trained for adversity like a warrior trains for battle. That's your third habit, morning premeditation. Don't just hope your day will go well. Visualize what could go wrong, and prepare your response. Someone cuts you off in traffic. You've already expected it. A coworker criticizes you. You've trained to respond with calm. This isn't pessimism. It's mental strength. It's armor. And when you arrive at your job, or your responsibilities, the Stoic lens doesn't turn off. It sharpens. The fourth habit is this: focus only on what's within your control. The world will test you with problems you can't fix. People will act unfairly. Life will seem unjust. But Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us and some are not." Your effort. That's up to you. Your character. Yours. Your attitude. That's your weapon. Everything else. Let it go. Now think about how much energy we waste trying to change things that are not ours to carry. Someone else's opinion. The weather. The economy. The past. The future. All of it, out of reach. The Stoics trained themselves to focus only on what they could touch with their will. And that focus? It's a superpower. But don't stop there. The fifth habit is the Stoic art of presence. We live in a distracted age. Most people are here but not really here. Thinking about something else. Somewhere else. But the Stoics practiced mindfulness before it was trendy. They knew that real peace isn't found in the past or future, it's in the now. So next time you eat a meal, eat it with attention. Next time you speak to someone, listen deeply. When you walk, walk with presence. Because you never know when it'll be the last time. Every moment is a moment to be fully alive, if you choose to be. Now let's talk about emotions. The Stoics were not emotionless. That's a myth. They simply believed that emotions should not enslave us. Anger, fear, jealousy, these are natural. But they are not meant to rule us. Imagine someone insults you. Your blood boils. The Stoic doesn't react. He pauses. He breathes. And he responds with reason. That's the sixth habit, master the pause. Between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space is your power. The more you stretch that space, the more unbreakable you become. You don't react, you choose. That's freedom. As your day unfolds, the Stoic practice continues. The seventh habit is serving others. Not for applause. Not for reward. But because it's right. Marcus Aurelius said, "What is your profession? To be a good man. That's it. To be helpful. To be kind. To lead by example." In a selfish world, this is rebellion. Now most people think power is about dominating others. Stoics knew the real power is mastering yourself. So if you help someone today, do it without pride. If you forgive someone, do it without keeping score. If you succeed, stay humble. If you fail, stay grounded. These are the invisible wins that make you bulletproof. And when the day ends, the Stoic work isn't over. The final and maybe most powerful habit is self-reflection. Before sleep, ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I fail? What can I do better tomorrow? Seneca wrote letters to himself. Marcus kept a journal. Not to judge themselves, but to grow. They understood that a man who does not examine himself is doomed to repeat the same mistakes. So take a few minutes. Be brutally honest. And commit to becoming 1% better tomorrow. Now imagine if you repeated these habits every day. You began your morning with mortality. You trained your thoughts. You prepared for adversity. You focused only on your control. You lived with presence. You mastered your emotions. You served others. And you reflected nightly. Do you know what would happen? Your mind would rewire. You'd become calm in chaos. Confident in storms. Grounded in success. Untouched by hate. Unshaken by failure. Because Stoicism doesn't just change how you think. It transforms who you are. You'd no longer need to pretend. You'd no longer need to chase validation. Because you'd know who you are. And you'd be proud of it. Quietly. Deeply. And here's the truth, the world doesn't need more loud voices. It needs more grounded souls. People who have done the inner work. People who don't just talk about discipline, presence, and courage, but live it. And that can be you. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. Whether you're broken, lost, angry, or afraid. The Stoics weren't born strong, they became strong. Through daily effort. Through daily practice. Through showing up, again and again, when it wasn't easy. So start small. Just one habit tomorrow morning. Then another. Stack them slowly. Let them shape you. Let them guide you. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll wake up as a different person. Calmer. Clearer. Stronger. You won't just think differently. You'll see the world through new eyes. And nothing, no insult, no setback, no failure, will shake you. Because you'll know, your peace doesn't depend on anything outside you. It lives within. You've built it brick by brick. Habit by habit. Day by day. And when people ask you what changed, you'll smile. You won't need to explain. Because real strength doesn't announce itself. It simply exists. Quiet. Firm. Eternal. That's Stoic power. That's daily discipline. That's your new mind.